Welcome to Finance Simplified, the channel that takes the confusion out of money. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by budgeting, investing, or all those financial buzzwords, you're in the right place. Here, we break down personal finance into clear, simple steps you can actually follow. We'll cover how to budget and save without feeling restricted, how to get out of debt smarter and faster, the basics of investing and building long-term wealth, and practical money tips you can use in everyday life. No jargon, no complicated charts, just straightforward explanations and real-life examples. If you want to feel more confident with your money and start building the future you want, hit subscribe and join the Finance Simplified community. Let's simplify your finances, one video at a time. It's Sunday night. The sun has dipped below the horizon, the house is quiet, and then it hits. That heavy, sinking dread right in the pit of your stomach. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the Monday morning shadow. It's that feeling of a new week of the grind stretching out before you like an endless road. Or maybe it's not the day of the week. Maybe it's the 3rd of the month. You just pulled up your banking app, the screen glowed in the dark, and you saw the number. Your heart drops. You do the quick mental math, calculating rent, the electric bill, and groceries, and you realize that payday feels like a lifetime away. You know that feeling, right? That exhausted tightrope walk between paychecks, where one flat tire or one broken screen could send your entire life into a tailspin. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and listen to me very carefully. This is not a you problem. You aren't lazy. You aren't bad with money by nature. You aren't failing at life. The truth is, the system is broken. From the moment we enter school, we are taught to work, get paid, spend every cent to keep the economy moving, and then repeat until we're too tired to continue. It's a hamster wheel designed to keep you running in place. But what if I told you there's a different way, a way out of the maze? Stick with me for the next 9 minutes. I am going to give you a simple, 4-step framework to shatter this cycle for good. We aren't just talking about saving pennies. We are building a financial fortress, a safety net so strong that you'll never have to feel that gut-wrenching panic of a declined card ever again. This isn't about get rich quick. This is about taking back your power. This is about finally being able to breathe. Let's get to work. All right, phase 1. We call this the audit. Here's a truth bomb that most people try to hide from. You cannot fix what you refuse to look at. Right now, your finances are like a dark room. You're stubbing your toes on furniture because you're too afraid to find the light switch. We're about to turn the lights on. I want you to do something that might feel uncomfortable, maybe even a little painful. I want you to pull up your bank or credit card statements from the last 30 days. Go on, I'll wait. Look at the digital ink. This is the story of your life over the last month. Now, we're going to be scientists. No judgment, just data. We're going to categorize every single transaction into 2 columns, needs and wants. Needs are the non-negotiables, your roof, your lights, your water, the basic groceries that keep you healthy, and the fuel or fare that gets you to work. Everything else is a want. That $7 daily coffee? That's a want. The 5 different streaming subscriptions when you only watch one? That's a want. The takeout you ordered Tuesday night because you were too tired to boil pasta? That's a want. Be brutally honest. If you lie to the paper, you're only lying to your future self. As you do this, I want you to perform what I call the subscription purge. We live in a subscription economy where companies hope you forget you're paying them. Scroll through and look for those recurring $9.99 or $14.99 charges. That fitness app you used once in January? Cancel it. That premium news site you never read? Gone. Most people I work with find an extra $50 to $100 a month hidden right here. It's leaking money, slow drips that eventually drain the whole bucket. This first step is the hardest because it forces you to face reality. But remember, knowledge is power. You are gathering the intelligence you need to win this fight. Welcome to Phase 2, the gap strategy. This is where the magic really starts to happen. Think of your financial life like a canyon. On one side, you have your income, the money flowing in. On the other side, you have your expenses, the money flowing out. The space in between, that's the gap. Your entire mission in life right now is to make that gap as wide as humanly possible. The wider the gap, the more ammunition you have to fight for your freedom. You have two main levers to pull here. The first lever is lowering your expenses. Now that you've finished your audit, you know exactly where the leaks are. I want you to use the rule of 3. Look at your wants list and identify the 3 biggest categories where you spend the most. For most of us, it's dining out, impulse shopping, and entertainment. Your mission isn't to stop spending entirely. We're not about deprivation. We're about intention. Try to cut those 3 categories by just 20%. Don't quit cold turkey. Just trim the edges. A 20% cut is barely noticeable day to day, but at the end of the month, it's a massive win for the gap. The second lever is increasing your income. Now, I know what you're thinking. I already work 40 hours a week. I'm not talking about a second full-time career. I'm talking about micro side hustles. Look around your room. Is there $200 worth of stuff you haven't touched in a year? Sell it. Do you have a skill? Graphic design, writing, or even just a truck to move furniture? Offer it. Can you drive for a rideshare for just 3 hours on a Saturday morning? The goal here isn't to become a millionaire overnight. It's to jumpstart the engine. Even an extra $300 a month combined with your spending cuts changes the math of your life. By pulling both levers simultaneously, you are creating the breathing room you've been dreaming of. Okay, now for Phase 3, and this is the one that changes your psychology. Building your starter emergency fund. We've created space in your budget, and now we need to put that money to work. Your immediate hair-on-fire goal is to save $1,000. If you live a very low-cost lifestyle, aim for 1 full month of essential expenses. This money needs to go into a separate savings account, not your checking account. It needs a little bit of distance so you're not tempted to borrow from it for a pizza night. Why is this $1,000 so crucial? Because this is the wall. It is the barrier that stands between you and the chaos of the world. Life is always going to throw curveballs. A tire will go flat, your phone will fall in the sink, an unexpected medical bill will show up in the mail. But before today, those surprises were emergencies. They would have sent you straight to a credit card, charging 25% interest, erasing all your hard work, and keeping you in the cycle of debt. But not anymore. With this $1,000 buffer, a flat tire isn't a tragedy. It's just an inconvenience. You pay for it with your fund, you get it fixed, and you move on with your day. You don't lose sleep. You don't panic. Now, here is the non-negotiable rule. If you touch this money for a real emergency, your number 1 priority is to stop everything else and replace it. Rebuilding that wall is your only mission until it's back to $1,000. This fund isn't about wealth, it's about peace of mind. It's the shift from being a victim of your circumstances to being a master of them. Okay, let's move to Phase 4, the final piece of the puzzle. Automation and the pay-yourself-first principle. This is the secret that separates people who successfully build wealth from those who are always struggling. Listen closely, because this is the most important sentence in this video. You do not save what is left after spending. You spend what is left after saving. Read that again. Let it sink in. Most people get their paycheck, pay the landlord, pay the phone company, buy some clothes, go to dinner, and then hope there's $50 left at the end of the month. Usually, there isn't. We're flipping the script. From this moment on, you are the most important bill you have to pay. The moment your paycheck hits your account, before the rent is paid, before the groceries are bought, you pay your future self. You're going to set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a savings account, ideally a high-yield savings account, so your money is earning a little extra for you. Decide how much you can put away from each paycheck based on the gap you created earlier, even if it's just $25 or $50 to start. Set up the transfer to happen the day after you get paid, automatically, without you having to think about it. This removes willpower from the equation. It just happens. By treating your savings like a non-negotiable expense, you are prioritizing your financial future. You're building a habit that will pay you back 1,000 times over. It becomes a system that works for you, even on the days you don't feel motivated. So, let's bring it all together. 4 simple, powerful steps. First, you did the audit. You faced the numbers and found out exactly where your money was going. Second, you created the gap. You pulled the levers, trimming expenses with the rule of 3 and exploring ways to boost your income. Third, you built the wall. You saved that first $1,000 for your starter emergency fund, protecting yourself from life's curveballs. And fourth, you automated everything. You started paying yourself first, turning your savings into a non-negotiable bill. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. The first month is the hardest. You're changing habits you've had for years. It will feel uncomfortable. But I promise you, the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a plan, from seeing your savings account grow, from not having that Sunday night dread, it is worth every single bit of the effort. You can do this. You have the framework now. Now it's time for action. Hey, before you click away, can you do 3 super quick things for me? It'll only take a second, I promise. First, hit that like button if you found this helpful at all. It really helps the channel grow and tells YouTube to show this to more people. Second, share this video with just one person you think might need to see it. It could make a huge difference for them. And third, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on what's coming next. I've got a lot more planned for you. And one last thing, drop a comment down below. Let me know your biggest takeaway or even what you're struggling with. Your feedback is gold and helps me create content that truly serves you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.